It's all working fine. So what you guys been up to today, EA?
Woke up, got out of bed, dragged a comb across my head. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I basically woke up, had to go down to the market. That's about it. Watching DCL kill himself over my commission, telling him that he's doing fine, but you know he's still weeping his salty
he's still
tears.
DCL.
Yeah.
Woke up, went for a walk, chilled out in the living room with the dog. Discouraged her from trying to tear apart her toys again.
She's a lab, right?
Golden Retriever Yellow Lab mix.
Okay. Wow, that's a hell of a combination.
I know,
The only thing worse would be Golden Retriever Border Collie.
We're convinced that she's mentally retarded.
Well, at least not as retarded as Tacit's dog, who they literally have to listen to her drink. No, well, I want to say it again because it's funny. Literally have to listen to her drinking water and then yell at her to stop when she goes a bit too far because she'll just drink water until she gets water poisoning.
No. This dog, she likes a lot of weird things. One of the things that she likes is ice cubes in her water bowl. And she has occasionally almost drowned herself going snorkeling for these things. We literally see the bubbles come up.
That's amazing.
Also, one of her favorite toys is this big rubber ball on a rope. And she has swung this thing around in her mouth so many times and bashed herself in the head so many times that we're convinced that if she's not retarded, she's slowly giving herself multiple concussions. Which at some point we're gonna have to put a little bike helmet on our dog.
Okay. So I think everyone's here. Winter will come whenever he feels like it. So, last week on Strayfinder, we wrapped up the hag dungeon. You guys went in, mooked that 3 hag sisters who just rolled terribly. Like, oh my god. And one of them escaped though.
I wish I'd scrolled to the right to see their fucking little portal thing, but I never. I was too little zoomed out by a whole singular hex.
Your word of just to add insult to injury, your like word of chaos, or what is it, word of lust that Del has right now was literally 5 feet out of the range where she was stood. It was, you said like 40-foot range, she was 45 feet away.
Fuck.
Question,
I think people will appreciate this.
Didn't we level up?
Ah, yes, good. Yeah, and then you all leveled up. So make sure you have modified your. Are you guys on them? Here, let me put you back to the main page. Have you guys already modified your character sheet so that you that it reflects your new level?
I have.
Let us double check, because last time I made that assumption, I'd left someone behind on levels.
Because I'm going to be pulling your tokens from here, so it'd be best if you have them all modified here.
Level 8, 76. How many channels have I got recorded in the thingamabobler? Which I finally went through and fixed this character sheet now, so everything's in the right place. Correct, 8 channels, which means 4 positive energies. Smite is locked to 3 a day, though. Feats and shit in the right place, good. So Bodhi is fine. And now we double check Thel. I know that I'm sure that I did this before, but I was sure last time and missed a thing. And Thel had like 40 less hit points than she should have had or some shit.
Tell me, do we get anything this level, like a stat adjustment?
Character +1.
8 is ability score increase.
1 point.
Thel is 7, as she should be, because she's a follower. 68, that is also 68. She finally does more damage. Guys, she finally does actual damage with her attacks. Pew.
And you guys have a lot of money now, so you can probably enchant her weapons.
Yep.
I can do that.
Or get a bigger caliber.
Do we have a lot of money?
You should.
Yeah, we just haven't split it yet.
We haven't done a split. It's still set in party loot until we're there. It's all written down though.
something like 10,000 GP to be split.
Basically,
48 platinum, 5,986 gold, 202 silver, and 2,009
and a whole bunch, and also 865 in gems and a bunch of shit to sell. Let's see here. I know that I want to pick up some stuff for fucking revealing invisible bitches. So Thel's fine. What about Madam Hoots? Madam Hoots, let's have a look at you. Should be way higher level than you're recorded, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I need to still actually do Madam Hoots by like 2 levels. I'll figure out their health so that you can pull the token correctly.
Cool. Kina, did you say Leerlau was up to date?
Yes.
Cool.
Her health and PowerPoints are up to date.
Oh, and by the way, Jesse the Witch Boy, I think his token, his thing is modifiable to you. Where is he?
Man, I don't know how to.
Jesse.
I don't know how to build a witch.
Time to learn, fucker.
Do you well, I do because I build witches a lot, so I guess I'll do that some other time.
That would be cool. I have no idea how to use. I don't know anything about witches at all.
You're probably gonna. Basically, do you want like a heavy debuffer? Because I can basically make Jesse to how I build witches, where by the end of like the second turn, enemies are taking like a -8 to literally everything.
Jesus Christ.
Hexes, man. He won't be able to do much damage, but making a witch to be a damage dealer kind of misses the point. He might as well be a sorcerer.
Making him to be a sloot is obviously the way you're supposed to go.
We have enough. I mean, we have enough damage with these goobers here.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Guys, I now have both craft wondrous and craft magic arms.
Hooray! That will be convenient. It's still time consuming to do that stuff, sadly, though.
Not with my hammer.
Oh. Cool. Alright, let's see here. Oh, I forgot that eventually, like, paladin mounts just become celestials, which is always strange.
Yeah.
Just like one day, you level up and you're like, I'm feeling pretty good. Then you look at your fucking, like, mount and it's just a big glowing horse. What's up, bros?
Madam Hoots is suddenly made out of gold.
Sail. Oh, she already sails through the sky as a stone. Seeing her sail through the sky as solid gold is only going to add to confusion. And blinding.
A giant, solid gold, fattest pigeon.
She doesn't really look like... Okay, she really looks like a fattest pigeon, but still.
I can't... I mean... I can't. It's the token. It's the token. I can't stop thinking of her as the fattest pigeon.
It's great. It's like a regal... It's meant to be like a fucking regal griffin. It goddamn is not a regal griffin. Alright.
Seeds!
So, let's see here. 8, 10, 8, 5, 5, 5, 2.
How much money do I have?
It hasn't been split yet. We'll wait till we're in town. Ooh, my Burb got a new feat. That'll be good for you, Burb. Good for you. But anyway, that's her thing's correct now. Her hit points. They're almost level with Bodhi's because I rolled Bodhi's last level shit.
Cool. I'm almost 100% certain that Winter didn't do his, but, you know, he could surprise me. You want to stay on this page, Rem? So you can modify your token?
Yeah, I've been mostly modifying the character sheet at the moment.
Okay, well, I'm going to pull the players over here, and I'll just drop you on the main page. Alright, you should be split up then. Alright, so, this is the last time in a little bit that you guys are going to be able to see Camille. I think last session she gave Maya a way to contact her, right? Or did I forget to do that?
I don't remember that coming up, so...
Okay. Well, before you take off, your mom is going to hand you a communication crystal.
Oh, thanks.
It'd be good to keep in contact with you, and, well, while I can't just be summoned to aid you, I still, teleporting is a rather crude thing. But if you are ever in any great danger, I shall try to assist. And it'd just be nice to talk.
Yeah.
I'd like it if you were to call
You should
more
call
often.
more often.
We've got lots of catching up to do.
Alright. So, is there anything you guys would like to, anything you guys would like to do or talk to Camille about before she drops you off at Fatemount? I think we covered this last week.
I think we're all
but just
cleared
wanna make
out
sure.
on questions and stuff.
Alrighty then. Well, Camille will give her daughter a hug and a peck on the forehead goodbye, and drop you guys on the outskirts of Faymount. Let me just grab your tokens. And just delete the ones that aren't there. It's fine. Alright.
Why are you deleting Voland?
Because his character, his
Token's incorrect.
token isn't done yet. So I'll be copying over his token when Rem's done with it.
Close enough.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying. Let me know when you're done, and I'll move you over to Faymount.
I'm good.
Oh, you're already done?
As I said, close enough. The other stuff can wait.
I mean, on your token itself, basically all you need to put in is what your hit points should be. Unless you have other things recorded. Like I did, but I handled that, it's all fine.
Yeah, I saw what you did, you little shit.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm watching you, fuckboy. Let's go improve natural attack.
Anyways.
Why do I laugh every time you say that?
I don't know. What, the word fuckboy? Because fuckboy is a great word.
So, are we just going to the market here, or...?
I suppose I should see what all this shit sells for. Voiced of all. So we have some scrolls. Do we need any of those scrolls?
And the question is, are you guys going to be doing trading here, or are you going to wait till you get to
Ooh,
Fafnir?
Fafnir might be the better way to do it, actually. Unless there is magic shit in particular we need here, like wondrous items.
Here there are more Fey-aligned magic items,
Right.
you know? So, certain materials you could only get in the Trell's Timberland because of being owned by the She is here, but since Fafnir is the biggest right now the biggest city in the world that's still standing, it has basically everything else.
Let's see here if there are any special materials that we need.
Actually, could I possibly go to like a smithing district to try to get something identified?
There is no smithing district in Faymount. They don't have a district for that. There are just smiths.
Well, would there be like someone in the market that might be able to identify an unknown metal?
Yeah, sure. You could probably find someone to look at. I don't remember what it is, but what's this from?
This was from earlier in the Hag dungeon. In that room with portals, and I said I just keep throwing a chunk of metal into different holes until I got a metal I didn't recognize.
That wasn't the Hag Dungeon.
I thought it was.
No, that was the summer home of a she.
Oh shit. My bad.
That was when you guys first came here.
Darkwood is nice. Dark Leaf is quite good.
So you're looking for something you... Alright, let me see what my notes said. Do. Okay, yeah.
Wow, it is really weird.
So,
some of these, sorry.
To identify this, you're going to have to pony up about 50 gold for the person to identify this for you.
No skin off my ass.
Alright, so what she'll tell you is that this is Dreamstone. Dreamstone appears like a pale green crystal to the untrained eye, but can be worked as iron despite its appearance. It's light, about half as heavy as iron, but just as strong. And she'll tell you the most important quality of this is that Dreamstone is strangely resistant to magic.
Ooh.
She'll tell you that if you make a weapon made of Dreamstone, it'll weigh only half as much as normal, and will give you an edge on attacking constructs, magically created undead, and summoned creatures. And armor, its maximum dexterity will increase by 2, and armor check penalties will be reduced by 3, but you don't have enough to make armor out of.
Yeah, I only have a 2-pound rod.
Yeah. You have enough to maybe make a dagger out of.
Technically a short sword, but I don't.
Or a short, yeah, you can make a short sword too, but yeah.
Also, weird question: is there anyone in the group that could spot me 3 grand?
Spot you 3 grand? For what, sorry?
A set of some of the finest smithing tools known to man.
Well, we'll see. That sounds like the kind of thing that you could possibly strike up a deal with the actual city for, like, to acquire these tools and then fill out a commission afterwards, as opposed to coming to us for it.
Dude, I already have 9 grand, I just need 3 more.
Exactly, 3 more you can get from other people. Like, an actual get work at the same time. Like, you could literally be like, hey, I'm already putting down 9G for this. If I can get another 3,000, then I will be able to do such and such, and then you just take commissions until you pay that off. Like, that's business. We're going back to a trade city, dude.
Very true. Ooh, I should get more fire bombs.
Always fun.
Hey, they did pretty alright in the last fight.
Yes, I can't think of any special materials that I would want from here, except for possibly, like, fucking primal iron, but that's, like, literally fake killer stuff. Gonna assume they don't have that here.
Dude, I can't even get my hands on that.
Oh, there is a guy, though, who's making a fucking hammer for me to get enchanted later. I should go see what he's done.
Wasn't that me?
No. Remember our adventure in Sharktown?
Oh, that
Shark
guy.
Town.
We should visit Sharktown.
Well, no, I mean, it's less the town and more the guy hidden away in the cave, being protected by the intelligent weapon, while he then works with the now sort of less evilified magical ancient metal. And then I can make a vibrating lucerne. I forget, what was the property of that? It was that it was like vibrous metal or something?
Remind me what this was?
There was that big old sphere of
the
living metal, yeah, and like the lesser versions of it could smash and like explode into pieces. But what was their actual like property. Because I know that I paid for a big fucking hammer to be built. Well, so we're saying again.
So long ago.
I know, right?
Yeah.
If it's not
All
recorded
right.
anywhere, then we can just check another time.
Yeah, it's not recorded, but I'm trying to remember. It's the you tried to make a weapon out of the living, like what he called a mage iron, right?
Yes.
For the
Yes,
shark
yes,
guy,
shark
the
dude.
shark guy that had all those Garys running
Mhm.
around. Yeah. Yeah, I forget what exactly that does. I'll have to look up the actual episode.
Oh, I can make a pimpin' sword cane.
Yeah, I know it's been a month since, but yeah, I'll have to stop around and pick that up or something, because... Has it been a month?
A month? No.
We...
Oh yeah, a month in
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been about a month in game, yeah.
I started to get worried there, like, how much time has passed in game? We've all aged terribly.
Since the beginning of the campaign?
Yeah.
Like
We should
3
get
months.
we should get a suit of full plate for you made out of sun silver. That would be just radical.
Just any time I like fly upwards, everyone in a mile radius just goes fucking blind.
Grossly incandescent.
Let's have a look here. Sun silver. Yeah, the only downside to stuff like Sun Silver is that it's actually weak. It doesn't rust, but that shit is really breakable. Like, Iron has 30 hit points, and Hardness, I forget.
Oh, wow,
yeah,
really?
And Sun Silver has 10. So you wouldn't really want full plate made out of that shit. It's sure it'd be half as heavy as full plate, but also a third as tanky as it, because you just get fucking owned.
Oh my god! Oh god! What is singing steel?
It's also just
It's
about
a
as
bard
weak.
thing.
Gold and mithril.
Yeah, singing steel is bard metal. You use it to do bardic performances. It is also suffers from being as weak as alchemical silver / sun silver.
Oh yeah, it is. It is specifically for bardic weapons.
Okay, Stray, could I possibly buy a couple alchemical things here?
Depends on what they are.
Couple fire bombs, aka alchemist fire, a sun rod or two, and a couple of little baggies of air crystals, just in case I have to go underwater again.
Sunrod. Oh yeah. You can find all those.
Neat. 3 of each work for you? I'll do the calculation.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
The one thing I like about this Pathfinder SRD, what? It includes the GP cost of things?
Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's 6 for the sun
Fifth edition do
rods,
that.
that's 60 for my fire bombs, and fucking hell. Okay, 40 for the little baggies of air crystals.
Fucking how many party members are we these days?
Like player characters or people in the party?
I would say player characters. I can split to companions.
Oh,
6, I think.
Yeah, there's 6 players. Although, it's up to you if
Plus
Marlon
4,
gets a
plus
cut.
winter, plus Bob.
Yeah. Might not put in Marlum's. Or I'll just, like, give half again of that to Marlum and then the other half to Thel, because he was around for at least the start of it, right?
Yeah, he was around for the very beginning, and then he got called off to Romania to wash trucks.
Yep. Alright, so everyone makes 1,728 gold. This is before any, like, gear sale shit happened, by the way, because that will just be more annoying to count. This does include the gems.
So how much do we get each? What?
1,728 gold.
Oh.
And 5 silver. Let's see here. Ah, that's Bodhi's wallet right now. Ain't bad. And
that's Volan's.
Impressive. I'm gonna do 1, 7, 2, 8, 2.
I make money, it's my thing.
Marlem gets 864, Thel can get 864. Seems like a good splitto. Nice. Someone said so. Sun silver is like gold, but not as glorious, or dense, or soft. So what you're saying is it fucking is nothing like gold. It's just it's also shinier than gold, which isn't naturally shiny at all.
Isn't there a material in there that's pretty much just magical electrum?
Yes. Indeed it is. I mean, it's called just Electrum, I believe, and then you get it enchanted. Wait, no, yeah, there isn't one for magical Electrum. There's one for magical, like, mithril crossed with silver instead of gold silver. Also, guys, there's stainless steel, and then really uncannily, instead of using, like, gold prices, it refers to it as, like, $10 increases in price. I was like, that's weird.
I think that's from that steampunk edition that only was there for, like, 5 minutes before they disowned it.
Pure Steam campaign setting, yes it is.
It is now third party.
It is now third party publishing, yes.
Yeah, they completely disowned it.
Use the original weight, but add $10 per round to the price of that item.
Oops.
It's immune to the rusting grasp. Yeah, does anyone else have plans and stuff for this place? Like, I'm happy to wait till Fafnir.
Huh? I have nothing to do here.
I guess I'll go let the Fae Queen know that what shit has happened and gotten up with. I said I'd come back with an update.
What? You remembered that you had an active quest
I
with
know,
her?
right?
You guys are so silly.
Yeah, it's like, we did the thing, and now to leave, and they don't even know if the thing is done. So yes, I would like to go and see the Fae Queen.
So this time, if we go to the Fae Queen, I guess I have to be on good behavior.
You never saw her. In fact, I think I'm the only one who did, because I sort of maybe kind of technically broke in, and then to save everyone walking up the entirety of the city when we were in a rush, I flew down to tell them.
Oh yeah, I pissed off a fairy.
Yeah, you were in that was in the library.
Yeah, now I turn it intermittently into a Hank Hill puppy.
You angered this girl. Oops. Fucked that up. I did it, guys. There we go.
That's it, Blaminda.
Is she a good witch?
I mean, I think she's great, but she did also turn you into a puppy.
That sneezes and sounds like Hank Hill.
Something propane.
Yeah. You were rude. You were rude, so she turned you into a puppy and threw you on what's her name? Corlea's back.
Didn't you also get teleported into the river like twice?
Yep.
Didn't really learn, did he? I'm now suddenly concerned about going up there to see her. But oh well.
I'm
sure it's fine.
You could just not tell everyone and just fly there like you did the first time.
I said I'd be patient next time. Well, I said that to Maya, so now I'll go to Maya. Do we want to bring everybody?
Probably don't have to. You can just let Bowen go and get himself in another orgy like he always does.
That's a good point. And then I will scoop some arms under Mara and then fly her up there. Let's go.
I'm gonna. Alright, you guys go have fun. I'm gonna go swim in the river.
Madam Hoots is going to, of course, pick the best
Try to
patch.
be diplomatic.
It's a damn fine patch. Orgy!
Okay. So, you guys are going to go up there, and after the very long introductions, you are sent up to Archmage Lave, the she in charge of the city. Ah, Paladin, you return.
Indeed, with good tidings.
Oh, have you found who's infiltrated my city and corrupted my cute little dryads?
Yes, it was hags. Two of them have been dispatched. The third was injured and ran away through a portal to insert name of place here because Sko forgot.
Wood.
Where likely they have some kind of evil base wherein they're hiding the first of the Ashayan traitors. So, you know, I would quite like to see that place scourged of all of their cat taint. But, you know.
Her face twists into a visage of, you know, barely suppressed rage. Hags. I was there when their misbegotten kind first tried to take over the world.
Oh yes, they're going through it all again.
Yes, yes. How very, very boring. Well, that'll work itself out. They tend to be overly grandiose in their schemes. Most likely trip over each other on the way. But in any event, I do believe that some reward is in order, and she'll wave her hand and a small chest will appear in front of you.
What's her name? Hey-oh! Yeah, I'll also describe to her the corrupted dryads that happened, just as an additional warning. They were totally hacked up.
Yes, I saw to it that that would not happen again, though. I merely needed to build upon the blessing you already put on that place.
I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. We'll peep the chest. And also open the chest.
Okay. So inside the chest is a assortment of like magically glistening gold and silver. About if you later on when you bother to count it out, you'll have about 900 gold and about 1300 silver. And additionally, I need everyone in this group to roll me a D100.
Sure.
So, Maya, in your pocket, well, not really in your pocket, but basically in front of you, just kind of hovering in place for your taking, appears to be a suit of armor with hints of green woven into it. And Lirelai, 4D, 4D. Actually, you know what? Rosendi, if you want, you can re-roll. She's not going to give you something you literally can't use.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get to you in a minute. So, Lirelai, you find a full face mask made of beaten gold while you're floating in the river. Just kind of appears in front of you.
No, don't worry. It'll turn you into Jim Carrey.
Oh no!
Somebody stop me!
I fucking love that
great.
movie.
The mask is pretty great. Wasn't there also a cartoon
Oh, yeah.
series of that?
We don't talk about
Oh,
that.
it wasn't that bad. It was quite funny.
True, Son of the Mask was worse. And Mask Dog was worse than that.
A mask of people.
Let me actually hang on. I'm getting this from a list, and I don't actually know what that thing does.
Always a good sign.
Hang on. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you guys what these are because she's also going to tell you what they are. She's not going to give them to you and then you try to figure it out. So, Leerli, you gain a mask of finely hammered gold that covers the wearer's face from chin to the top of the forehead. This mask's expression shifts between 3 different states: solemn, fierce, and mournful. At the end of any long rest, you may choose the mask's current state. While the mask is fierce, you gain an advantage on charisma intimidation checks, and add 1d6 to any psychic damage you deal with an attack or spell. The mask may become solemn if an ally within 30 feet fails a death saving throw. Wow, I didn't even intend that for you, but it does like psychic damage. And this is like your
Psychic
Jimmy
damage
Jam.
isn't a thing in Pathfinder.
Well, you know.
It is in psionics, don't worry.
No, it's not.
Brain power damage.
Also, death saves aren't a thing in Pathfinder.
Yeah, well, this is like 5th edition stuff, so just relax and change it over from there. Because this is all Fey items.
Well, I mean, you do make a check when you're unconscious, when you're below 0 to stabilize.
Yeah, if you fail a stabilizing check, then it will turn solemn. And what damage do you use with your brain power? Because otherwise we're just gonna call it force. Then we're just gonna call it force if you ever attack. Because this is damage with an attack or a spell. So if you ever...
I don't attack people.
You have a crystal spear, and it has
I mean,
other things.
yeah, but that's piercing.
Yeah, we'll just add force damage to it.
Problem solved.
You will add 1d6 force damage if the mask is fierce. While it's solemn, you gain resistance to mind affecting spells, and you gain advantage on saving throws against a frightened condition. You know. The mask may become mournful if an ally within 30 feet dies.
I just like that every time it adds, by the way, it also gets sad when someone dies.
Yep. If the mask is mournful, all you and allies within 30 feet gain advantage on stabilization checks. The mask may become fierce if you or an ally within 30 feet stabilizes. So you have a mask that, when fierce, will grant you advantage on, intimidation, and will add a d6 of force damage to any attack or spell. While solemn, you gain resistance to mind affecting effects and advantage on saving throws against the frightened condition. So if someone just tries to frighten you without doing a spell that does the which has that tag, like something really scary pops up, you're going to have an advantage. While solemn, you gain oh yeah, I already did that one. And then finally, while mournful, you and all allies gain advantage on stabilizing.
Neat.
Cool.
Okay.
Do you have that written down? Yeah.
No. That was a lot to write down. I'm not gonna write that down.
Okay, hang on.
Just copy paste it.
Yeah, but it's.
You know what you should do?
Stuff.
You should make You should make a handout.
But now I have to rewrite it because it's written for 5th edition. You monster! How dare you?
Would you like me to rewrite it while you're going through other people's stuff?
Yes.
Man, can I add editable handout?
Give me a handout.
I'm literally about to. I was on a different page. In players' journals. Doop. Come on. Can be edited by all players. Save changes. Mask of Hammered Gold.
Okay.
Let me drag this down to the actual handouts bit. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so we got through that. Voland, you rolled a 43. 43. You receive a battered leather satchel full of something odorous.
Did she hand me a? Did she literally hand me a sack of shit? Wow, being real
No.
subtle there, fairies. I was going to give you.
Hang on, let me actually look up what it actually is. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I know what this is, but hang on.
Before I open it, I'm fairly certain she handed me a sack of shit.
A sack of shit.
Okay. You gain a bag of beans. Inside this heavy cloth bag are 3d4 dry beans. The bag weighs blah blah blah. I don't care. If you dump the bag's contents on the ground, they explode in a 10-foot radius extending from the beans. Each creature in the area, including you, must make a DC 15 saving throw, taking 5d4 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. But however, if you remove a bean from the bag, plant it in the dirt or ground, then water it, the bean produces an effect 1 minute later from where the ground was planted. The DM can choose an effect from the following table, determine it randomly, or create an effect, blah blah blah. I will just kind of, do this now.
You want me to roll 3d4?
Yeah, 3d4 to see how many beans there are. And then whenever you plant them, roll on the D100 of the bag of beans thing. I'll just add a bag of beans handout.
I love magic items that do random shit.
Bag of beans in all players' journals can be edited by all players. And let's see. Okay. Produces an effect. Copy. I'm never going to choose because choosing an effect is way more boring than just rolling on a table because it's more fun. And let's just copy over that D100. Boop, 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 boop. Oh my god, 100 would be amazing. Look at this. Actually, I'm going to keep the D100 a secret. I'm going to put that on the DM thing.
I don't know what it is, but I'm assuming shenanigans.
Oh yeah, the D100 is great shenanigans.
No, rather than copy-paste everything, I'm just going to copy-paste that link directly into my character sheet.
Don't worry, bag of beans is already there. Okay. Voland. Bodhi, you got an 84.
I did indeed.
84. You have, in front of you, a lily crafted out of orichalcum protected in a glass case.
Mm.
A what of orichalcum?
A lily.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very rare metal.
It is. What is it?
When you carry this lily, fashioned from a metal that looks like red copper, you gain a +2 to attack rolls and damage rolls. This isn't as good for you. You might want to trade this with Maya, because this is a +2 to attack rolls and damage rolls with cantrips, and the saving throw DC of cantrips.
I literally can't cast spells.
That would be useless for me. Cantrips are shit in Pathfinder.
Oh yeah, huh? Oh well. You can, you know what? Instead,
Should I just reroll?
You're going to be taking. We're just gonna take the next one up instead. Unless you really want to reroll.
She also has no ability to cast spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gain a songbird. This matte mechanical songbird is made out of gold and copper with inset jewels that gleam with potency. At the end of any at the end of any rest, you know, like when you guys 8-hour rest, you can instruct it to sing one of 3 different songs: joyful, a marching tune, or a dirge. You can instruct the to begin singing or fall silent as a bonus action. So, when the songbird sings a joyful tune, add 1d6 to the result of any saving throw you roll. When it sings a marching song, add 15 feet to your speed or increase your overland marching speed by 50%.
Sure.
And a dirge. If the sings a dirge, then you and allies within 30 feet gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage while your current hit points are less than half of your maximum hit points.
Sure.
I actually really like that one.
Yep.
Did you get all that?
At the end of a rest, it can sing one of 3 songs: Joy, 1d6 when you save; March, add 15 feet to speed; Dirge, you and allies in 30 feet to gain resistance to BPS when you're at half health or less.
Yes.
Neat. How long does this thing last? This song?
All day.
Huh. It's just constantly singing?
Yep, it doesn't say it ever stops.
Unless I stop it.
Imagining it sounds like a little opera singer that sounds strikingly like Brian Blessed.
Nope. Alright then, I will play around with the description for that later. But neat.
And Merzendi. You gain attack of many things. No, I'm kidding. But you do get
Into the sun
14,
with you.
You do get a 14 attack of illusions.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
What does that do?
Oh, that is one of the best decks.
This set of parchment cards is usually blah 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 blah. When a card is drawn at random and thrown to the ground, a major image of a creature is formed, and it lasts until it is dispelled. It can't move more than 30 feet away from where the card landed, but otherwise moves and acts as if it were real. At all times, it obeys the desires of the character who drew the card. When it's dispelled, the card becomes blank and cannot be used again.
I once derailed an entire dungeon by using that deck and summoned a red dragon.
Ah. You got the Emperor then.
Yep. Actually, it was a class from the...
We'll let Winter roll on this table later, so I'll just save this for now. This is actually a really cool table for all you GMs out there. Let me just put that in our chat.
It's a really fun deck. And it's harmless compared to the other ones.
I'm talking about this table. This is the Treasures of the Fey Market table.
Ooh. Sounds fancy.
Yep. So, Bodhi, you got your song. I think everyone got some. Did I skip anyone over?
Fel didn't get a thing, but she's a follower.
Yeah, followers don't get magic items, so.
Can I pass out business cards at the market?
I can.
Yay.
So, with that, you guys have received your reward from the she. She turns away from you and appears to have forgotten your existence.
Sounds about right.
So, yep.
Sure. Dip a bow, lift the chest, and I guess scoop up Maya and off we go. In the meantime, I've been trying to figure out how much all that scrolls and all that shit sells for, which means finding spell levels and things, but it's not the worst.
Is that
Hey, Winter.
Winter, roll D100.
We got cool face shit, man.
And then he
Ran
ran away.
away. He's gone forever.
Bravely ran away.
Run away.
Bravely ran away, away. One day I should make a fighter that uses a trident. Tridents are cool.
Boop.
Hello, Hunter. Can you hear us?
No.
He's avoiding us. Quick, steal his shit.
Maybe.
Okay, now I got
Roll or
one.
I roll for you.
Hello.
Alright.
Winter.
Winter! You love D100s. Roll one when you get in.
Okay.
Roll or I roll for you.
Why though?
You have to.
Getting magic shit.
Because I said so.
Getting stuff.
Don't ruin it.
It's too late, Stray.
It was always too late with these people.
Well, at least she didn't give me what I thought she did.
A bag of poo.
Yes.
No, you got a bag of beans. You can either throw all the beans on the ground and they'll explode, or you could plant them for random magical effects.
No, Stray,
35.
the reason why I was worried is that there's an actual magic item in Pathfinder that is literally a sack of unlimited shit.
So with the 35, you receive a white apple with the tourmaline set into it. You know that this is in fact a potion of greater healing, if you were to eat it.
So, in this edition, that's like cure moderate wounds?
I think it's...
You're serious?
I think it's cure serious ones, actually.
Well, it goes light, moderate, serious, critical, so I don't think they'd hand over critical.
Cure serious wounds, that sounds about right.
Yeah, critical is only when shit hits the fan.
Cure critical wounds. That one's my favorite spell.
Marzi, you're gonna have so much fun with that deck.
The deck of illusion.
Trust me, a non-combat bard of that deck.
Illusions
suddenly-
are very useful spells, really.
They are. Especially if you get a little bit of the shadow illusions in there. Put a little bit of a physicalness in them.
Shadow evocation! Whoa! Okay.
Shadow Evo, Shadow Illusion, Shadow Conjuration, Shadow Necromancy.
This is
Yeah, shadow
quite,
spells are good.
quite entertaining because like last on that level up we just did, I had to take illusion as my opposed school.
Ah, bitch! So now you can choose.
Oh right, we
illusions.
leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're lovely.
Yeah, I already set my stuff.
Nope.
How's it feel?
Is
knowing
your
that-
token correct?
Yeah.
Hooray.
Okay then. And let me just go over here. And now big ol' horse butt's here too.
Horsebot!
Yeah.
Nay!
How do we get a horse? How do we get a horse up?
James Baxter.
How do we get a horse up into the inner sanctum? Please tell me we didn't use the rope and pulley again.
The inner sanctum.
The rope and pulley hurt.
I hope levitate spell.
Everything's fine.
Anyways.
You mean a horse-ass elevator spell?
Same thing.
Anyways. So.
And then there's just a little bit of...
Now, have you guys finished up what you wanted to do inside of Faymount?
I'm about to figure out the last of our split.
Special to do, so.
Is there... Alright, so, I assume you guys are all gonna try to make it back to Fafnir, right?
Yep.
Alright, so, how do you want to get there?
For that, everyone get 437 more gold and 5 more silver.
How much?
Wait, no, it's even more than that, I believe. Bear with me. I did not add out the numbers. 265 plus 900 plus 130. 655 divided by 6. You will make, sorry, another 609 gold and so 1 silver.
And 666.
Yeah, and for some reason the Fae are able to give you an iterative copper.
I mean, if anyone could do
absolutely.
it would be them.
It's like a pocket where you just always have more pennies in it. You're like, I don't need this many pennies. Where's the silver in this bitch?
Chrome crashed. Hang on.
Nah. 2392 plus 609.
Since one of us has business there and it's on the way, y'all want to stop in Sharktown on the way back?
If Sharktown is on our route, then yeah, sure.
Like, if you're talking
There's
about
more than
Tree, only two of you can go down there.
Yeah, but let's be above water bit that we could.
Ooh, no, hang on. I thought we have something in our inventory that is like water breathy. We have something. It's in there. It's under party loot. It's
+1 studded leather armor of water breathing.
Just sold it.
We have one person. Oh, we sold that? Yep, it's gone. It's gone.
I bought some alchemical stuff that lets me breathe underwater.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the person I need to go to isn't actually in Sharktown. He's in a cave near Sharktown.
Oh, it's that guy.
But we might as well just stop there for the night or something. Or at least that little place on the coast.
Yeah, maybe you guys can meet Shark Boss again and smash.
Hey, we like smashing.
She wasn't a boss, she was the first blade.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, hang on. You guys are over here now. Ugh.
We made 11,000 gold over that journey.
Actually, yeah, heading to like Catry and then getting a boat along the coast of Fafnir. That'd probably be the quickest way back too.
Or did we stop in Lake Pontchartrain, or did we just pass through that? No, that was pirates.
Yep, you fought pirates there, but you didn't get to Faymount by Overland. You wandered the Fey paths.
Yeah, White Rabbit played, and I don't know what happened, but suddenly we were in some weird place. Oh, and Fell apparently pulled some paradox fuckery.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's only a paradox if you notice it. There you go, party loot is updated. I left the gold that we made in there just for the sake of leaving gold in there. We made a lot of fucking money.
Yay!
The last of the gear that's in there is like things we might actually want to keep or use.
Yeah. What's the ancient ruins map?
We found a map that gave us the locations of ancient ruins, although I don't think Strayfinder put down the locations of those ruins on this map. So if we wanted to do some plunder, we have some pretty primo plunder locations recorded somewhere on this map.
Plunder!
There's like there's a couple in the wood. Yeah, it's that ancient map from, what's it called?
The Ashayan Temple?
Yeah. There's one up here. There's one, like, over here. There's one over there. There's, like, 2 or 3 in the Leidenbrock Sea. And there's one... There we go. And there's one way down here.
Down where? Oh, that's the one that's not actually a ruins, is it? That was the entrance to home.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. There we go. Marked that shit up. The places that can be gone to at some point along the line. So good job, Cat. Well played.
She likes watching the water that drips out of the bathtub spigot, and somehow she managed to securely shut the door behind her.
And lock it.
Well, it wasn't really a lock, it was more like literally securely shut, so that she couldn't haul her way out.
Okay, because
locked
when you said lock, I thought you meant actually locked.
Help! I've learned how to use latches. I don't know how to do it the reverse way, though.
No, she likes sitting in the bathtub and playing with the drips of water as they come out of the bathtub spigot.
Sounds very cute.
No, she just sits there, entranced, playing with water. It's weird.
Ugh. Alright, so.
It's like
how
me
you
with
guys
Drinky
do
Bird.
this?
Don't mind me, I'm just answering work questions. Just like, oh my god. It's at the planning stages for DLC for Mutiny, so everyone is just like, we need to confer on all these things. I'm like, fuck off. We already talked about this bit.
Once again, congratulations on how well it's
I did not know it's doing well, but I'm glad to hear that it is.
Yeah, it's doing extremely well.
We haven't gotten all of our statistics.
I heard it's on the trending on
Ooh,
Steam.
yay. That's good news then.
Yeah.
That is good news. Maybe I'll have like a positive integer in my bank account like in a couple months. That'd be rad.
Well, that would be cool.
Alright.
What a
What a
big man.
fucking rare fucking day.
Anyways. Who's drawing on my beautiful map?
Bleh. Not me that time. I did those red smears where ruins are located though, with the intent to go over and put something nice looking in later, but was occupied suddenly by messages.
Okay. So,
Rest in peace, party.
We died!
I didn't do anything to that. You guys deleted it.
My bad, I was trying to...
The shame!
I'm
The
sorry.
shame!
I made a boo-boo.
You know what? Now no one can control it.
Oh.
I was trying to fix it.
Okay. So, what do?
Go to the little coastal village that's like right next to K-Tree. Bodhi goes and meets her.
Shark Boy and pick up my hammer.
Isn't Sharkman over
Yeah,
here?
so I actually will. Yeah, we'll be able to pop by Sharkman on the way past.
Yeah. Go there. You visit him. We go to coastal town. We get boat to Fafnir. We do whatever downtime we need to, and then go on.
I forgot that I literally named the town after a town in California that's just called Oceanside. We're real.
I mean, it's by the
real good
ocean,
at
right?
names.
Right beside it? Smart then.
It's like the other city here that's just named Pacific City because it sits on the right next to the Pacific Ocean.
Dude, the people who settled California were the morons who managed to get over the mountains. Be surprised at your genetic state.
Sure, buddy, and everything on the East Coast is just named after cities that already exist.
Good old New London. Or New half-old Brunswick.
Or they just straight up named the city
Old
Dublin.
Brunswick.
Hey,
And there's Paris, Texas.
my city was named after the state's founding father, William Penn. our state is literally named Penn's.
At least it's not named Penn's Islands. Yay!
Our state is literally named for our founding father's ego.
Most of our cities here are just named after
So
cities.
Sharkman.
So it'll take you, because you're gonna have to go through the mountains. It'll take you about a day's journey to get to them.
Sure.
Cool.
So, you know what? You have the She's favor, so nothing's gonna bother you while you're going this way.
We're not just gonna get randomly jacked up by Faye now.
Finger guns.
Well, it's just I can't be asked, especially because all of my favorite random encounters
Are up here.
like my literal favorite that we could roll, yeah, are up there, and there's only a small chance that you'll meet blink chickens along the way. So
Yeah.
Oh well.
We're just gonna find he's gone full Rambo, going after cockatrice and chickens.
Yeah. Like chickens in the trees, man. Goddamn chickens in the trees.
Well, no. What's actually going to happen is he's going to end up in Fafnir with no idea how he got there, aside from the fact that he has a bunch of teleporting chickens now.
And a weird tattoo on his ass that just says Susan. And a big love heart. It's like, who is Susan? You don't know who Susan is, and you never will.
I like these chickens. I can eat them
Yeah, one day he
multiple
finds
times.
out one of the chickens was named Susan all along. Oh no. That only raises more questions!
Oh,
You eat the chicken, it appears back on your plate. Eat it.
Trans-dimensional chickens.
Yeah, I think he's in K-Tree, becoming the learning how to blub blub fight as well as regular fight.
Blub blub.
Blub blub combat is important. Unless you don't breathe and are very heavy. Then it's just like normal fighting, but slightly slower. You just have to flip the hammery part of your hammer around to the spiky part of the hammer. Problem solved.
I think I had a weapon commission from Maya's dad.
Yeah, you had to craft him some kind of dick accoutrement, I'm sure. Swiss Army dicks.
No, they wanted to send samples of your work
So
down.
they could see if it was worth doing. That was right.
Where'd my commission list go? Oh man.
I don't know. I'm not your baby Zita.
I'm not your baby daddy. Yeah, so I guess as we approach, how's Sharkman's place looking?
I mean, it certainly appears more, far more traveled, and there's an actual giant shark guard now.
Sure. Anyone we
Nice.
recognize? Yeah.
No. Well, maybe. I can't remember. Was Leorli born and raised in K-Tree?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Roll me D100.
It's a high school sweetheart.
I mean, it could actually be. We'll find out.
Ah.
Meaty shark sweetness.
I have no idea who this is.
Turns out it was that ugly dude with a hammerhead that turned out to be just beefy.
It's a fucking super jacked hammerhead, man. Hi there. I believe that we're expected. I'm here to pick up a commission.
She'll look you over, and then, like, there'll be a spark of recognition in her eyes. She'll be like, oh, right, snaps her fingers. The, adventurers. One moment. And, she'll disappear, and then come back in tow with, Sharkman. And, he is, like, very, stubbornly trying to drag a hammer, and, she's just looking down at him with like big old beefy arms and like just like shaking her head. He insisted he'd do it himself.
I can respect that. Also good to see that it doesn't scuff on the floor.
Alright, So, yeah, he's going to hand you a giant hammer.
Hello there. I will have to let you know. Give it a quick twist over.
And yeah, so now you have a lucerne whose properties we'll find out when I watch the episode where this actually happened.
That'd be appreciated. Yeah, because I don't fucking remember what it's meant to be.
Can I take a look?
This is like the beginning of the summer.
Yeah. I don't remember either. I'm hardly going to blame you when I can't remember.
Take a look at it.
What?
Oh, I was just wondering if I could take a look at it.
Sure.
We literally
don't know what it does, or exactly all of its properties. So it's kind of like an amorphous object that I own, and we don't know what it looks like or anything except that it's a big lucerne yet. So just sort of pretendo.
All I'm wondering is there enough room left in there for a little bit more magical potential I could squeeze in there in the future?
I don't know. We'll find out.
we straight up. It is. This hammer actually exists in hammer space. At some point, it will get pulled back out again. We don't even know what the fuck this thing is.
It did something, and I'm sure I was drinking when we were talking about
I have been
we'll
given a glitch in the Matrix. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'll look it up tomorrow or some other time on YouTube, and we'll figure it out.
I hand it to Voland, and Voland looks at it, and also has this weird moment where we all get nosebleeds, and hands it back. That is a hammer! It is a lucerne.
Yes, it is a hammer. I will no longer ask questions.
And then suddenly later remember exactly what it is you learned about it when you looked at it. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was the finger pistols.
No, I get you. I get I have this superpower where I know where there's whenever finger pistols are being drawn.
Finger pistols at dawn.
All right.
You can feel them.
You guys want to head on down to Oceanside? Were you just gonna catch a boat, or were you gonna go into K-Tree proper?
I mean, we were planning on just Oceanside, but I can certainly myself pop down to K-Tree and hang out because I don't really mind the breathing part.
I haven't been down there.
Give me a second. I'm gonna fill this water bottle back up with water. I'm thirsty.
I'll do the same.
I am drinking a Coke Zero. I am sad that it is not just a Diet Coke.
Why?
Because I prefer the taste of Diet Coke to Coke Zero. The sweetener they use in Coke Zero is a different one, and it isn't really as nice. And also makes you need to pee more often. Indeed, I can taste different sweeteners. I'm one of those unfortunate people who are cursed with that ability.
Sorry, refried beans give me a mighty thirst.
That's fine.
Alright, so go over here. And you guys wanted to go down to... Did you guys actually want to go down to K-Tree?
How deep is it?
I mean...
It's an underwater city.
It's an underwater city, not so deep that you can actually see down there, but if you were to swim up really, really fast, you'd probably get the bends.
Unfortunately, I only got enough crystals to last 6 minutes underwater.
Well, there is a service which will provide stuff that will get you air for like a day.
At the cost of money.
How much?
I think it was like 200 gold or something like that.
Sure.
Really? What is it that you're planning to do down there? I'm just going there because I can. Just literally because I can.
Look around, haven't been down there before. If I see Maya's brother Revi, maybe ask him a couple questions about his father's commission.
If you do see him, can you tell him to come up?
Oh, sure. Problem.
I do have a present for him.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
So, let me just bring up this archived page.
Yeah, I will begin the classic get completely naked, not really worried, bung it all in the magic bag and slang it back over my shoulder. Thank you, bag of holding.
Oh, hey,
you are fucking awesome.
It's been so long that Maya's old token is here.
Oh, let's see it. The memories.
Womp. No, I already deleted it. You know what? I can control Z. I can control Z.
Oh, you have.
So, yeah, just go flip.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Aww. Hey,
Oh,
look.
yeah.
Now say goodbye.
Marlon's down there, and he's in a weird scuba suit hunting a water chicken.
You mean tuna?
I see nothing but the
No,
blackness.
water chicken.
Why does this page have dynamic lighting on it? It doesn't need dynamic lighting. What is wrong with you?
Water chicken.
Past strays are retard.
I assume you
Strange.
just have it set to dynamic lighting
There's a page
like
default.
on
Yeah.
default.
Oh, I know. That doesn't make past stray any less of a retard.
Yeah, fair.
Past stray.
It's a different kind of stray.
Okay, so Bodhi's going down, Voland, you going down.
Yep.
Squidbutt, you going down.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna go down.
Get to go see your old apartment.
Like I would pass up a chance to be underwater.
I'll go.
Okay, well, mark off some money to be able to breathe underwater.
How much am I marking
200
off?
gold.
Okay.
Amazed, you just gotten a payday and now you're callously throwing away gold by the hundreds.
Coral,
rich.
a swimming centaur.
It's got 4 legs for extra swimming and massive flotation devices to make everything really awkward.
She just hops along the seafloor.
Just constantly
Boing.
fighting to keep her chest from lifting her up. Wait, in fact, Maya could suddenly give Corlia the bends by casting massive inflatable boobies on her while she's underwater. Let's just go up until she explodes. Because pressure. Horrifying.
We
see,
need to get you weighed down with something.
Big nipple tassels.
Can we just like strap an anchor to Corlia?
I mean, do you want to?
I really want a shark that uses a big anchor or a giant like fish hook and a trident as weapons.
I mean, you could kind of do that in Age of Starsea if your character just attached a power field to an anchor.
Actually, a trident and a hook are both weapons in Pathfinder.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking about boob physics. You know, normal things to think about.
Boobies!
Titty physics. The lovely physics.
Boobies.
Sorry, gotta go.
Yep.
Booby boy.
glad you got that one as well. It is a great show.
And I've known a lot of people in the medical field that say that is the most accurate medical show ever filmed.
Yep. Scrubs.
You mean Scrubs? Yeah.
It really is. My friend is a butt surgeon. Not the glamorous kind of profession you might expect it to be, but you know.
Hey, you gotta have some way to relieve the
Only
stress.
eye cups. Only eyes. Just a letter off of fucking J's.
They're called eye cups because that's all you can see if you're standing right in front of her. Standing right in front of your eyes.
God, it's just being a centaur.
She is tall.
Oh, actually, because I leveled up, Corlia is now in the reverse gravity range.
Okay.
Oh god.
Amazing. So you can make her tits so big
I
she
can-
floats?
So big, she rockets into the sky like a missile.
Oh. That would straight up fucking kill her if you were already underwater when you casted it. Holy shit.
You have invented the ICBM.
Just wait, we're gonna get
ICBH.
Yeah, we're gonna get underneath an airship or something at some point. Everyone's gonna tie ropes to Corlear, and then you're just gonna turn her into a centaur missile.
Nay!
Quick, get Dispel Magic ready. We need to kill momentum a few meters before we arrive.
Fools! They told me I could never teach a centaur to fly.
Oh my god, it's gonna be like reverse airdrop.
It is, yeah. It is inverse
They said I
Skyhook.
could never teach a llama to drive. Meh.
Actually, no, it'd be kind of like a multi-person Fulton. Congratulations!
Fulton
We are
Corlear.
now
Metal Gear Corlear. That's great. Literally turning people's tits into Fulton export devices.
Oh, I want to play that game, but I don't think I'd get it.
Metal Gear Horse.
Yep. And the horse in Metal Gear is great.
You're now D-Horse.
D-Horse is great. Much better than Roach. So anyway, I need to read what this does. Yeah. I know that I want to go for a walk where there was the old Titan carvings again, just because it was cool.
Cool. What are the rest of you gonna do?
I'm looking for Maya's brother.
Okay. How are you gonna go about that in like the capital of the fish people?
I'm guessing, asking where like the soldiers or the military trainees would be, and try to find them.
Yeah, sure. They'll point you to an area. Maya, you decided you didn't want to go underwater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah, roll me a D100. We'll see if, he's around. Well, more like a D8. No! He is, out on, yeah, he is, they will inform you that, they have a few wolfkin. But did you give Volan like a description to your brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Revi Dasper, pretty, black-haired, little bit taller than me.
Okay, well, they'll tell you that he's out on exercises with his little group, and they're off in a different part of the Leidenbrock Sea right now.
When will they be back?
They might not be back for another week or two.
Ah, crap. Look, I got his sister above water, and she wants to speak with him, and I had some personal business with him.
Well, don't know what to tell you. He's off cross training.
Okay, when he comes
She will
back,
tell you next time. Maybe don't roll a 1.
Me. Alright, it'd be a bit awkward, but when he comes back, could you give him a message to contact Volan the Ember, the Smith, over in... I suddenly had a brain fart and can't remember.
Fafnir.
Fafnir, yes. Can you send him a message to contact Volan the Ember over in Fafnir?
Sure. Sounds like something we could do.
Alright, that would be appreciated.
Alright. So while Volan's doing that and Bodhi's looking at walls, Corlia, Lirelai, what are you doing?
I don't know.
You're home, Lirelai. Do you have like family and stuff in the city or no?
Yeah,
You gonna visit Squid Family?
I think I'll visit Squid Family.
Cool. So, what's your Squid Family like?
Oh god.
Is it like a really big family with like a mom and pop, a mom and mom, a pop and pop?
Mom and dad.
Cool. And like a lot of little squiddly siblings.
Yes.
You the oldest?
No, I think she'd be more in the middle.
Okay. Well, you get home and everyone's really excited to see you, and well, when you first go in the door, your parents just start stammering because like you didn't leave that long ago, and
Really?
they just uh yes, you know, how long ago did you leave? Like a couple years?
I guess it's been
Couple years you
a
moved
year
to
or two.
Fafnir?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've you sure have grown.
I guess.
You're up by like 5 cup sizes.
How many eggs have you had, young lady?
None.
Glad to see that
Pout.
you're enjoying your time near the surface. I see Fafnir has a well-deserved reputation.
It's very nice.
So,
Maybe you can get some
they'll
grand
bring you
squiddies.
in and they'll bring you in and offer you all sorts of squiddly food that you had, you know, comfort food that you had when you were younger. All sorts of
Yay.
delicious stuffs. You know, they'll ask if you've met anyone nice lately, stuff like that. Parents
Yes, I
stuff.
have. I'll tell them about that. I have actually met someone very nice lately.
Oh, really now?
Yes.
Surfacer or an ocean dweller?
Surface. He's very nice. He's from the Iron Citadel.
Really? So, like a minotaur or salamander?
He's a Minotaur.
Wow. Huh. Well, they certainly are big.
Not this one. He's
Look.
very small. He's like my size.
Oh. Your mom will look your parents will look somewhat relieved because minotaurs are at least like 9 foot and you're like what, 4'9", 4'11".
Yeah. Yeah, I'm small squid.
Small squid.
The very
Well,
big
that's
minotaur.
good.
Huge penis.
At least you're not getting hurt though. Yes, anyways. So, yeah, they'll take you in and ask you how long you're gonna be staying, how your friends are. We've heard you've been an adventurer now. That's always really nice.
Oh, it's fun. We have fun. I make sure everyone stays nice and healthy.
Your mom's super concerned about how you're able to get move around with all those people on land with them running about with their unnatural legs with actual bones in them.
Riding on a centaur with massive tits.
It is so hard sometimes to keep up, but I work, I try. I usually get to ride on one of my friends who's a centaur.
I go to the gym every Tuesday. Go on the treadmill.
Oh, well, that's good. You are keeping, you know, wet. Wouldn't
Oh,
it do for you
yes.
to dry out like a raisin?
No, that would be bad. In fact, I actually have gotten. I actually got something something on my most recent expedition. It is a jug that produces seawater.
Well, isn't that just nifty?
It's really great. I can just like soak myself down whenever I want.
Well, that's really good to hear. So, you know, you'll spend the rest of your night with your family, a bunch like that. You get introduced to some new squiddies, siblings.
Squiddies.
They'll just crowd around you with giant eyes.
Squeezy.
I'm gonna play with my siblings.
Yay! They really like it when one of their big sisters comes and plays with her and plays with them, and you know they haven't. Some of them haven't actually met you yet. All they know is that you're the big brave adventurer one of the family.
Oh, stonking beefers.
Yeah, they're a little confused about that. The rest of your
It's like a little
fine.
kid, like, am I gonna grow like that?
Alright, and so Corlia, what are you doing underwater?
Hanging out mostly.
Just hanging out. You do that, cool guy lean against one of the pillars.
Sure.
Alright. So you'll attract some looks because no one's really seen a centaur just hanging out underwater before, but you know. So, how long are you guys gonna stay in K3? And actually, Maya, what are you doing while you're waiting on the beach?
Just drawing some sketches of the sea and ocean side, and if there are any locals who are willing to pose and maybe just want to get a little sketch portrait done, I'll do that.
Sure. There are some studly beach bros who are doing medieval beach volleyball and stuff like that. They're having a great time. And you know what? You are ridiculously attractive. Now, a couple of them are going to try to flirt with you. They'll just shapeshifts to have gills. She's like, hang on, I've got this. I'll be right back.
Well, I mean, to be honest, if it's Thel we're talking about, she has probably held her breath for far longer periods of time without resorting to shapeshifting.
I mean, fair. You can roll to see how good she does, i.e., how many she has by the end.
Sure, just roll that ridiculous.
And so, yeah, Maya, do you respond at all?
She'll be chirpy and nice, but not actually allow herself to be seduced.
Ah, poor beach bros. They'll just have to go and make do with each other.
Yeah, that's a really low check for Thel. All of her fish flirts are out of date.
Oh man. So she only gets 3 lovers. Oh,
Tragic
no.
fate.
That's so sad.
One's even a whale shark man.
Those don't exist.
I don't know, man.
So, are you going to actually look for the first blade?
Oh, sure.
Alright. Well, the first blade is a somewhat important person in the city, so you'll be directed towards one of the spires. And once you introduce yourself and get rung through, very, very, very large shark lady appears before you, and you notice that her tummy is quite rounder than it used to be.
Oh. Hi.
Well, hey there, baby daddy. It's been a long time since you've been around these parts.
Dun dun dun.
What you call me?
Pork sharks.
Oh yeah, went down to the temples. Congratulations, you're gonna have puppy sharks. Which, by the way, I'm so disappointed. Last night there was a shirt of a corgi wearing a shark outfit, and so I tried it on one setting. You know that half the time work, half doesn't, and it didn't work, and I ruined a perfectly good corgi shark shirt. I'm so sad.
Oh.
Oh, wasn't expecting this.
She just beams a shit-eating grin at you.
So, how are we gonna handle this? Or
I guess we'll just figure that out when it, comes around. I've got a pretty good position down here, and they should be able to breathe underwater. Much prefer to raise them and raise our kitties in K-Tree.
Well,
Teach them to be big, strong berserker sharks like me. She'll flex.
Okay. I mean, I have a successful business in Fafnir. I guess I could. Yeah. Fuck. I wasn't. Wasn't expecting this.
Neither was I. I think I forgot to drink my tea. Of course, I was very, very busy that day, so. Or I got the tea swapped out. I forget.
Yeah. Coming from a family of 9, I mean, I wasn't really not expecting something like this to happen. But Jesus.
Who's Jesus?
Don't ask.
Okay, you guys don't know that one. Oh
well. So does this mean that we have to, you know, you know?
Oh right, you surfacers and your monogamous relationships. Yeah, that doesn't fly down here.
Okay, that's
speaking.
That's nice. I mean, do you need any? I don't know if there's like a support thing that you want me to do, or do you need supplies, or?
Well, being around occasionally to look after your children. You are a smith, maybe make them some weapons. But I come from a very wealthy family, so.
Yeah, I can craft just about anything you can think of.
Give them good weapons and stuff like that for when they go out and become adventurers of their own. Or protectors of the city. Either way.
Well, yeah. If they have preferences, just I guess send me a list, or I don't know. I guess on the house for the kids. I think. Yeah.
I should certainly hope so. Would have to be some sense into you otherwise.
Yeah, I'd prefer not.
Well, this has been a fun conversation, but I've missed that cute little butt of yours, so she reaches over, grabs you by the head, and pulls you into the darkness.
Oh my.
For the record, he was expecting this, but not quite like this.
Oh yeah. That happened the first time. It's just that, she also let him reciprocate.
And now he's thinking, next time only anal. Gah.
No. Wait, maybe.
Nope, too late. Already in.
Okay.
She is a very big shark. I gotta have a gape wolf somewhere.
Gape wolf.
So, they're going to be busy for a while. Lirelai's playing with her kids.
I'm going to make myself big.
Oh my gosh.
For 10 minutes per level. So I'm going to be big squid for a while and play with all of my little siblings.
Release the Kraken.
That is what I say that's what I say when I do that.
You just swarmed with your little brothers and sisters.
Birdie's stopping by. She brought a cake. As thanks. It's like, I wanted to thank you so much for producing such a good and helpful daughter. She's kept a great many of us from a terrible fate. Oh, of course she's big again.
Of course I'm big again.
80 minutes of giant squid.
So yeah, you get pulled into the family thing of we've heard so much about her adventuring group. We pay attention to news out of Fafnir, and there's a new rising star adventuring group and a big old paladin, blah blah blah.
And so then like, oh no, this is more social interaction than I expected. Oh no.
They pull you into functional family stuff. It's so weird.
It's like I have the same reaction as Voland being dragged off into the rapey darkness. Oh no.
You have an 18 in that check?
Well invested points.
Yes.
uh,
I have 3 skills that I crank. Perception,
And your
crafting,
crank.
and fucking.
You've got crank points and crank.
Alright. And Corlia is busy looking incredibly cool.
I somehow found sunglasses.
And like underwater cigarettes.
She found sunglasses and
And a water ball.
you know what? You're an oddity. You're going to have no small amount of buff shark boys and shark girls both flirting with you.
I'll take them all on.
And then she pulls out a sword.
Sword is my penis.
The hammer is my penis.
Have you ever had one of these before?
Okay, so alright. So rather than take them on a nice dinner, she gets floated off to somewhere that's not on the main street.
Yep.
You take your tea and everything, or do you want land boule girls? It's a boule but with the upper body of a human.
I mean that is
Honestly, I'm not opposed to
great,
this, but
but
I've been taking
yeah.
the tea.
Body of a boule, upper body of a human.
Shark tar.
Dun dun dun. Okay.
Buleta?
So, was there anything else you
Maybe
guys
next time.
get done in the city?
I'm done in the city.
Okay. So when you guys start making it back to the surface, Voland is swimming a little crookedly, but everything's fine. Very satisfied look on his face. Learlai is no longer as big, but she looks like how a normal functional person looks after they've had a functional day with their family. It's great.
Thel looks noticeably drained.
Yeah, just social energy has been utilized.
Thel?
Bodhi.
You mean Bodhi?
I mean, Thel is always rejuvenated by all of that. If anything, she's fucking vibrant as usual.
A paladin who doesn't like social situations.
I mean, she's okay in social situations where she's being paladin-y. This is just a weird functional household. They're like people and they talk normally and get along and do stuff. Oh, it's weird. I don't know how to handle it. And they'll all be dead if I get in a conversation with them too long. They'll just age. They age. It's so weird, okay?
Yeah, so it was only last session that she did, but I think that she... Oh yeah, it was only last session that she did. She wasn't taking them, so they had to roll for things, and then Corlia never said that she started taking the herbs. So did you start taking the... No!
Oh.
Remember, we rolled for demon tars, and it didn't happen.
Oh yeah.
So,
you know what? I'll roll now.
Yeah, roll a D100. Let's see if we have any boule tars. Nope. I think that's pretty much the exact same roll as the last time as well.
Basically.
It's within 5.
I think it has. I think the way you do it is it needs to be 80 to 15 to 100. I mean, not 85 to 100. Not low, high.
That's fine.
So the opposite of that, you're good. So, yeah, you guys are done doing that. You're back in Oceanside. You guys stayed about the entire day, so it's getting to evening time now.
Oh, everyone, the first blade is doing great.
Hey, this one has lighting on it again.
That's good.
Thank you.
I hate everything.
Oh, the first blade is here.
Oh, no. That's just from last time.
Mlem.
Can I be here?
Yeah, I
Please?
know! I had like 9 things to do. I was already grabbing your token. Hold your horses. Hold your Corleas.
Hold your Corleas.
Turns out that she has a couple kids now, or is having some.
Oh, congratulations.
Deliberately or what?
Yeah, we can say accidentally.
Oh, please. There are no mistakes. You knew what you were getting into.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, you chose to put it in the hole that makes children instead of the butt. That seems like, you know, that one's on you.
To be fair, Corlear was already in the other one.
I think I probably left when that happened. Fair enough.
They'll pounce at you.
So, yeah, probably gonna have to be doing some free work for the area around here in the nearish future.
You got screwed on child support,
Wait,
huh?
Does fatherhood mean you're a slave in this society, Roland?
No, but, yeah, apparently she would hold it against me if I didn't support my kids.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is kind of awkward. Metals that can survive extended period of time in contact with water and seawater are not necessarily easy to come by.
I mean, none of you ever bothered shopping while in K-Tree, so...
I guarantee there'll be something to help you survive underwater here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could rig something.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
How do I do this fatherhood thing? I didn't have one.
I mean, one option is to, like, be distant and always be focusing on your work. You know, I've heard that does bad things, though.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good fatherhood doesn't really gel with continuing your adventuring career.
I mean, I could maybe ask them to move over to Fafnir.
I mean, the Lirelai could tell you that that's highly unlikely because she's the first blade. Basically, she's in charge of protecting the council. And yeah, her big sister.
Oh.
Yep.
I guess it's time for you to start looking into some sort of transformation potion that gives you permanent gills, Volan.
Lirelai
I
could
mean,
tell
I
you
could
who...
probably try and do something like that.
Yeah, and Lirelai could tell you who her big sister is as well.
Lirelai, who is her family? She said they had money, so...
I'll just put her big sister right here.
Oh.
Heh.
Oh. So this is the family I got connected with.
She's a big shot.
Yep. K-Tree is run by a hereditary council. There are the squids, there are the sharks, and there are the mer people.
Eventually I can maybe expand a surface business over here.
Though, the sharks have a thing where only the biggest, like, alpha shark can be in charge. Valeria never was able to beat her big sister, so she instead became the first blade.
Well, there could be room for business expansion opportunities eventually. Set up shop here, specialize in aquatic-based arms and armor. Maybe bend Marlem's arm back and design some sort of underwater suit.
Oh, it's good that you know what you need to think about. For now though, we should probably sleep for the night and then get a boat. Those sand people won't defend themselves after all.
Yeah. Still kind of awkward.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Not even a letter.
Well, that's not really something that you would want to hear in a letter, either.
Also, you've been gone from your shop for like a month.
Oh god, the commission requests have probably piled up.
Long?
It's been 3 weeks. Or 2 weeks. You've been away for a little bit. By the time you get back, it'll be like 3 weeks.
Oh boy.
Well, stop moping.
Oh, no, I'm not. I just, wasn't expecting it.
I'm zapping Voland with magic to cheer him up.
So, Voland, make a will save.
Do I have to?
Yes.
You can choose to fail.
No. This one's pretty much harmless, so yeah, I'm cool with it.
Are you gonna choose to fail?
Yes.
Okay. So what is your what's it called? Merzendi, what's it called? The bar that fills up. Lust HP, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't actually know I actually don't know that.
It's your rolled, your class hit points plus your, wisdom modifier per level.
Okay, so...
That was actually a really good roll, Merzendi. 6, 6, 5, and a 4.
Yeah. 7 above average. That's
3 from max.
At rough guesstimation, I think it's, around 64-ish.
Cool. You feel a tingle in your pingle.
A tingle in the Pringle.
So, you're still feeling the effects of congratulations, you're going to be a father, but at the same time, you could also go for another round.
Are you sure you wanted to do that?
He said, planting his fists on his hips.
Oh, you need to be cheered up. And, I am sure that Corlia will be happy to help you.
What?
Oh god, are you going to fail again? Voland?
No,
That one's
I'm
on
dropping
Corlia.
Corlia this time.
Oh.
I'll willingly fail, but that still only takes me down to 2/3. I have 69 less HP.
High five.
Yes.
It still gives you a semi.
Yeah.
So now the question is, are we going to have some Bork Tarnings?
I mean, if he really wants to. Corley's not saying no.
I hate sand.
So it
it
is.
gets everywhere.
And it was so wrong in that. The Tatooine sand wouldn't be coarse.
I know.
No, it'd probably be very fine and smooth.
Powdery.
Yeah, so it would probably be like Pesh Pesh. And that was what it was called? I forget.
I mean, a good sand is really smooth.
Sure, but I mean, you still wouldn't want it in your Schwingus.
True.
Or in your cooter.
Don't you tell me what I
You
like.
do not want gritty things in your cooter. You don't even want dust in your cooter.
No.
In fact, if you got yourself a dusty cooter, someone needs to go to a gynecologist, just so that someone's looked up in there for the past 40-something years.
So are we doing this?
I
Oh,
don't
no,
I
are
flap
we?
away.
You
To
just
see
flap
this,
away.
like, nope, going, bye.
Bye.
See you all in Fafnir.
You.
See you later, cons.
You. Giddy up.
She didn't hit Lirelai.
Fucking hope not. Bitch, I will wreck you. Don't hit me. It's not true at all.
I don't know, I imagine that your lost HP is higher than your normal HP, right, Squidly?
It
Yeah.
is. It is in fact higher, yes.
And you haven't had a chance to take the tea yet because you just basically breached the surface. You can say to take afterwards because I'm pretty sure Maya has
And also,
some.
I mean, let's face it, I think
Lirelai, one
Volan
out
should
of
be on the
two.
lookout for making more children. Remember, the anus is safety. It doesn't count back there. I'm glad it doesn't count back there.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
So, Voland, which part did you use?
The bud.
Okay.
Pretty sure that would just make things.
Pussy! Ah!
Lirelai says. Lirelai says, busy making a sand castle, which looks weirdly enough like Jesse's Wang. Don't worry about it. All those pinnerets looking like that is just your imagination, you deviants.
Deviants, how dare you?
This is an innocent sand sculpture.
Exactly.
Speaking of, have you told him that you're on your way back?
Told who?
Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll tell him that I'm on my way home. I'll be there in a few days.
All right. Well, he's super excited about that and can't wait.
We're gonna smash so much. It'll be great.
He's
And
given
we're
you
gonna draw it.
the location of where he's been staying.
Excellent.
Just you guys get a boat, and the entire time Lirelai's going button, button, dun 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 dun. Ever closer she gets to Jesse.
T.
Bursts in the door and goes banana. Jumps on him.
Wow.
There we go. I am now unmutified and cereal is in my tum-tum.
Yay, Tum Tum.
So yeah, this is happening now.
You guys are silly.
Yeah, Bodhi is now just flying to Fafnir. I'm out of fucking here.
I blame Maya, who tries to pretend to be at least vaguely chaste.
Yeah. She's just a voyeur. Maya likes to watch.
She does, it's true.
Yeah, I'm sure Thel would turn up, but she's busy instigating some kind of under the orgy.
Under the swing. Under the swing.
Everyone's wetter. That makes it better.
Under the swing.
Okay. So, anyways, after all that's said and done, the next day will pop up, and you guys are gonna try to catch a boat, right?
We're gonna catch a ride
Sure, why not?
to the Fafnir.
Catch a ride!
Fucking Maya is actually some level way beyond voyeur. She's like a cucksmith.
Alright, so it's still gonna take a couple of days by sea, but it won't take like the near week to take over land. So yeah, mark down about 20 silver each for the crossing.
Sure.
And you're on a very traveled course, so let's roll that D100 and see what happens. Hey, look at that. Nothing happened.
89. What's the threshold then on safer seas for like encounters and shit to happen? Because I imagine it's a slimmer number.
Yeah. For bad things to happen, it's 1 to 20. Well, for things to happen, anyways. 100 is always an interesting one, but basically there's stuff for like weather on there. But basically 89 is like rainy weather, but you know, it's also the middle of summer, so not really.
Fair enough.
So it's seasonably cold, but nothing actually happens. Yeah, the only time things get really interesting, you're just following the coast, is if you were actually go out into the sea.
At some point along the way, Thel makes sure that she gets to know every member of the crew personally. For reasons, you know.
Yar, the she-demon be there to take your seed.
Yeah. There are a lot of, I hope you seamen of a lot of seamen. Just like terrible lines, but from her they will work.
Alright. So
grab your charms, lad. She'll try to take it away from me.
This boat is under the protection of seamen. That's seamen!
Nope. Alright, so 2.5 days later, it's about the afternoon when you guys finally pull back into Fafnir. Woohoo!
Hooray!
Back in the old stomping grounds.
I know that Fortress Vigilance was
Huzzah!
gonna teleport. Has that not happened yet then?
Oh yeah, I already did. Let me just kind of, well, forgot to add that happening. Nope, nope, I don't want that. Just kind of get rid of that. I gotta zoom in to actually click that.
Oh yeah, having to click on the line itself is a real pain in the ass. I mean, you can do it by boxing.
But there's some blue behind it. Alright, there we go.
Alrighty. I must be getting old. It feels good to be back. It's not meant to happen.
I need to get back to my shop. The mail has probably piled up.
Yeah, what will people do without their penis-shaped swords?
I do more than
I
that.
know.
Do
You
you?
really shouldn't. You should just accept that you've gotten yourself a niche and reputation.
Yeah, I mean, you're branding. That's branding right there.
I brand a lot of
I mean, what you
things.
should do is make some kind of penis-shaped brand for people who are really into being weird.
Damn, that's not a bad
Oh, it's a
idea.
terrible idea. Please don't brand people with penises.
No. My brand.
My bride!
I was making a joke about branding irons. That's all.
But I could think of another brand, like Ember After Dark.
Oh, you just want to try and distance yourself from the inevitable?
Oh, no. Just keep my innocent brand separate from the not-so-innocent brand.
I guess?
Take a look
That's
behind
probably
you.
That's not a bad
sensible.
idea, frankly. You gotta be careful about your Google Analytics.
Before you run off, how long are we gonna spend in Fafnir?
Why?
Let's have a look. I mean, it's good to know.
Because you remember what my mum told us, right, Kalia?
I actually forgot. Right.
Lost tribe of, you-know-who's living in the Far Eastern Desert, being hunted down by other you-know-who's.
Ah. Okay.
Bodhi bristles.
And who can possibly be, used in unleashing the actual literal end of the world.
Ah, right.
Grumble.
Oh, by the way, I tried to find your brother. He was out.
Okay. I figured that he wasn't there when, he didn't come up with you guys.
Yeah, I sent him a message to. I left a message to send me a message when he gets back. Let him know that you want to speak with him and that I need to speak with him. Actually, since you're here, a couple questions. I do have a couple questions for you then.
Okay.
Good fucking talk.
Did
No.
you hear me?
You cut out before actually saying any of the questions.
There was an okay for a Mers and then just fucking silence.
Fucking
Yep.
cheap Chinese shit. Yeah, about your... Okay, your father kind of has a commission with me. I just need... Hello? Yeah, I just needed to know a couple things about, kind of the guard around your parents' places, like, what is their preferred weapon, their preferred armor, if they have a shield or no shield.
Um, for the most part, like their primary weapon, they use halberds. Like sidearms, like swords, maces. They use a wide variety of them. Some of them, like the ones that are rich enough to afford horses, like proper war horses, they have shields, but the regular infantry, halberd kind of needs two hands, so they don't.
Dude.
Okay, horseback shield, I can do that. Armor preference?
Like, the best they can afford?
Okay, I think I have a couple basic ideas I can do.
I don't imagine we're staying here especially long.
Probably not, but...
Well, remember that thing that's happening in a week and 3 days.
Thing in a week and 3 days?
The meeting between Bodhi's mom, ancient dragons, the Red Queen's gonna be there, you know, the
Oh
big
yeah,
meeting.
where is that located?
That,
Cut out just then.
Pardon, sorry?
Bye bye, Internet Stray.
That's near.
Okay.
Ah!
Goodbye.
It went fair. Afnir. You came back with the rest of it. We're like, alright, good, we got there.
Why?
No, because technology sucks.
Oh no! Okay, it's gonna happen in Fafnir at the Wolf Palace.
Okie dokie. So I guess, yeah, we're hanging around till at least that happens.
Wait. There's a rival armory in this city, I just noticed.
Yeah.
Squint.
Are we meant to be attending the big meeting?
Yeah, you have invitations. Strider Armory is the one
Oh.
that makes the guns.
Squints harder.
And you're in, like, a trade city, there are a lot of smiths.
I know, we all glare at each other awkwardly.
They're all fucking just Scottish, aren't they?
Yeah, imagine it's a dick measuring competition, but the dicks are great hammers.
Scotland's just a weird place for who thinks they're the hardest. I remember it was, God, probably like Frankie Boggos. So I was walking around in Scotland, and you get, like, when you spend some time in London, it's really weird when you come back and just, you know, remember these are the people you came from. For instance, it's the middle of fucking winter, very, very, very cold. I was wearing some light clothes, but I had some gloves on. Someone actually rolled down their window to shout at me, "Gloves, you poofter!" Just though it just lessened him in any way. It's like, that's where I came from. These are my people.
Alright, so
These
I've
are my
updated,
people.
I've updated the job board / active quest so it can be edited by you guys.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So yeah, the two things you have now are like the main plot, and then like the ball, basically, where a very, very old Titan is going to shrink down to only mostly massive.
Only
and,
mostly massive.
And hang out with, like, you know, a lot of the small little fledgling races. Maybe pat them on the head and give out sweets.
Ah, yes. That was going to be the moment I reveal the first part in my merchandising division.
Oh boy. Yeah, I know that when I am finally, settled back into my little room in the Feisty Fairy, I'm gonna try and reach out and touch Faith.
Sure, you're gonna do that. I'm gonna go talk to a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I'm gonna go have myself a heckin' sit.
Well, the first thing that happens when you enter the bar with Bodhi, you notice Adrienne and Sophie sitting at the bar, and both of them are covered in tiny little driders. Adrienne has tiny little well, they appear to be completely driders except for at the very tippy tops of their heads they all seem to have little moo horns. And Sophie, you look a little bit taken aback because when you look at her, there's tiny little driders, but from the waist up, they all look like Thel, all like milky white, red little lines.
Huh. Squint. Oh my.
Oops.
Hi, Thel. And then all of a sudden, a full 12 Succute Riders will look at Thel and then rush toward her with little cries of "Mommy!"
Oh no! It's like to most people, it's like it's a scuttering horde.
Scuttling horde.
It's just like a fucking just billions of legs. They're all screaming to me.
Yep. Because if you remember,
Thel did get down.
She, she knocked up the Drider, and then the Drider put him in Sophie.
Yep. All good times. Yeah, Thel will be rightly surprised, and then immediately squint and look around. How do you know it's me?
Well, first of all, they look exactly like you. Second of all, we did, we all happen to be, spellcasters. It wasn't hard to figure out.
I don't remember having a spider butt, though.
Yes, that's because you, bred with Leanna. Leanna will wave.
Huh, and then you put... Right, that is pretty hot. I mean, hi there, children. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, she's covered in little spiders, and they'll say hi, and, wave at them, and give hugs as best as they're able. Let me delete all these tokens off of here.
Do like a...
These are old tokens, guys.
Old tokens. She'll do the careful shuffle so as not to just knock her random new children off and then settle down onto a chair. Huh.
Oh, Long Johnson.
Oh, Long Johnson.
Oh, Long Johnson.
Look around. I did not know that I could mate with Spoda girls. I mean, I can mate with everything, but I didn't know it could put children in them. Well, learning every day.
Learning every day.
Just start having violent flashbacks to the last time you saw Tuna.
50 eyes. Somewhere in the far-flung future, someone on a spaceship gets a nosebleed.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me grab these two here. Oh, nope, that don't work.
Bodhi will give her a pat on the head and then continue on her way up. Everyone's getting children. All of their past indecencies are coming back to get them now.
We'll just move you over here because I like this. Colette's just kind of hovering there with a huge smirk on her face. Finger waves to Bodhi.
And she'll finger wave back.
Dread, I had business here.
Yep. We'll settle around the corner and yeah, just look over these small children's. Huh. How long does it take Spider Cubi to, get old?
I don't know. They were just popped out a few days ago, and they're already this big.
I will look one of them over. Flop it on her head. Well, That was strange and different and interesting. Wanna have sex?
Are you saying this to all three of them?
Yeah. Yeah, of course she is. Of course she is. She's Thel.
You know what? They're down, and they already have a babysitter. So
Is the
yeah.
babysitter also?
You try again.
She's not gonna try and put more. She's gonna stick to the pooper rule. God's back door. God's blind spot. That was
As
it.
for the baby. As to the babysitter, Sophie's gonna wiggle her hands, and another her is gonna appear.
I figured it would be like a Scylla with many arms for the many children.
I mean, yeah, but today's her day
Okay.
off.
And yeah, they're obviously spunky by. That's a good one, Vade.
I like it.
Anyways, so while that's happening, smash cut back to Fafnir. I guess we'll go down the line. Maya, what are you doing? First day back and all.
First off, getting moved back in, and then, Big council? This dress isn't going to do. Not at all. Maya's going clothes shopping.
Cool. So I assume you're gonna go look for a fancy dress.
Yeah.
Let's see. A dilettante's outfit. Oh my. No. So, how much are you willing to drop on here?
Let's... Oh, whoops. Let's call it something like 600 gold.
Wow, alright. So, like, a noble's outfit is about like 75 gold pieces, and a royal outfit is about 200. So...
Yeah, I already have a noble's outfit.
So you are going to get the fanciest dress that ever fancied a fancy, I get you. So,
so thing is, I will request the dressmaker measure it so that I can, wear... So that I can, like, wear my sorcerer's robe and other magical accoutrement alongside the dress.
okie dokie. So yeah, and he'll tell you that yeah, he can get you know, with the amount of money you're putting down, he can have it well done by next week.
Cool.
I forgot about the super brothel.
Super brothel.
Corlia, what are you doing on your first night back?
Sleeping.
Okay. Simple to the point. I like it. Voland, what are you doing?
Heading back to my shop and getting to work.
Okay, so you do have people working for you, right?
I have a few understudies, yes. One or two.
All right. So I'll let you take whatever money you pay them out of your thing. And yeah, you will have quite a bit of mail. A lot of these are orders and stuff like that. But unlike like the bottom of the pile, there is in fact a piece of paper that is a message addressed to you, and it is made out of the paper that they use in K-Tree. It is addressed from the First Blade.
Oh, might as well open that up.
Basically, it doesn't tell you exactly what happened, but she said, "Oh yeah." It basically goes, "Oh, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, you should come to K-Tree as soon as possible. We have something to discuss." You have the feeling that, yeah, um, that's something to discuss. You guys already did.
Hmm.
Oh, that's lovely.
So aside from that, you gonna get to work on your stuffs?
Yes, and also the little custom order we got going on.
Alrighty. Well, you can give me some checks for that, and we'll see how those go. Other gangs, but more reasonable rates.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice. We already covered Bodhi and Thel.
That's a 42.
Sort of. Bodhi still hasn't actually found out what happens when she goes for a good old-fashioned pray-pray.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to catch up on what other people were
Right.
doing before we got into something big. So, yeah, we can handle shopping like after this night passes, but I just wanted to get like a bunch of the coming back stuff done. So, Bodhi, you're going to do that. I'm gonna think really hard about my god thing.
That is correct, yes.
All right. So, let's see how busy your goddess is. She is on an infinite crusade. So roll me a d8.
Sure. Nope.
2. All right. Well, it's not like you can't censor, but it's more like yeah, she's totally listening, but she just can't pick up the phone right now.
I'm going to answering machine, am I?
Yep.
Yeah. It's less direct to answering machine like a 1 would be. So you know that she's listening, just that you know she's probably fighting a Balrog right now.
She put you on speakerphone but isn't talking.
She's doing the holding the phone between the shoulder and the chin.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, I basically put across the impression that it sounds like we have to go save elves, and that's giving me a bit of a fucking crisis of faith. I get that they're supposedly, like, against the other elves, but they've still got, like, stolen Titan power in their blood, and I don't know. What do? Do these ones get the Retribution Hammer, or are they clear? Are they in the cleanies? I mean, I certainly know that their targets are people that we absolutely have to super duper fucking smash, and I can't wait to destroy them. But also, there's still the idea of saving elves makes me sick to my stomach.
All right. Well, you get the impressions that you know, wanton slaughter is bad, but you know, you also get mm, you know, she's very very busy, but while she does understand where you're coming from, she also does not condone the murder of people who of innocents or the repentant.
I'll have to see that they're actually repentant. So they're not off my shit list yet, but we'll see.
If you had an actual conversation with you, she could provide you more guidance. But
that's cool. Paladins have gotten by on less.
Yep. Now, hold on. There is a wizard in a gray robe trying to steal all her XP.
Okay. That asshole.
Alright, and finally, Kanathis.
Yes.
What does Lirelai do on her first night back?
Oh, I think that's obvious.
Go home, go to sleep, and forget about her boyfriend. Gotcha.
No. First off, she's in a where? So where does he live?
He lives right now. His sister is minding some of the business they're doing in the city down by the docks, but he lives in the dormitories in the Grand College.
Okay. She's going to. Is there like an equivalent of like, say, like fawn or satyr wine?
Yes.
All right, I'm
There
gonna
is,
buy
in
a
fact-
bottle of that.
There is, in fact, Fey wine,
I'm gonna buy Fey wine.
which is basically like moonshine.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna get some Fey wine.
Cool.
Um. mm, let's see. And then I'm gonna. I guess, and then I'm gonna go visit. Go to his dormitory.
Okay then. Um, roll me a d4.
The thing is, I want to make sure people know that this little fuck boy is just going is gonna be getting this hot little fucking squid. And let's see, a D4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you no doubt turn a lot of heads on your way. All right, so sister's not going to be there, but
Okay.
so you do turn a lot of heads on your way. You are a busty squid squiddling along.
Yes.
All right. Some people will try to flirt with you, but I imagine you're on like a one-track mission right now.
Yeah, I gotta go find my boy.
All right. So you ask around a little bit, and this is Fantasyland College, not like real people college. So there's not a lot of rules about what two students can or can't see. So you get pointed out to Jesse's room.
Okay.
Yep. Apparently, being the son, and I say that with nice quotation marks, of a very, very wealthy, Minotaur merchant, has granted him the ability to stay in a room all his own.
Oh boy.
Yep. And there's a little placard where you can put in your name for who lives in the room, and it says Jesse, and the I is dotted with a heart.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, this is America. Leave me alone. I'm talking to Mercedes. Anyways. So, I assume you, what do? Do you knock on the door or you just, like, bust in?
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Alright. So you hear a cry. Hey, 1 second. Let me just, ow! And you hear a thud. You imagine he, stubbed a
Stubbed
hoof.
his hoof.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he, I'd say throws open the door, but that's not exactly his style. So he opens the door, and then his is this hi Lirelai, and his eyes just go huge.
And then I'm just gonna push him into the door. Push him into the room.
Ah!
One tentacle is just gonna close the door.
And fade to black.
And then it's gonna open it up again, and then there's gonna be a sign stuck on the door. It says "Do not disturb," and there's a doodle of a squid.
Gone fishing. Okay. So yeah, Jesse's having a grand old time because remember, you got those enhancements like after he knew you. He's only seen them before.
He's only seen them. He hasn't gotten to feel them.
Yes. And minotaurs in their milk.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So, you guys have a lot of fun. I assume that you're doing the thing for now. So, yeah. You just tell me when you're never using the fucking what's it called? The T. There we go. I remembered eventually.
Yeah, I'll tell you when I'm not using it.
Yeah. And so, you have a grand old time, and by the time you're done, like Jesse's eyes are rolled up in the back of the head, and he's just cuddled up against you in the little spoon.
Oh.
So yeah, and Thel spends the rest of the night playing with her 12 kids. Well, after she's busy doing something.
I mean, yeah, she had business to attend to first.
Yeah, we'll do shopping.
No, I meant business in big air quotes. She needed to do some Smash first and then play with kids.
Alright, so with that done, it is the next day and the start of some downtime before the meeting on the Wolf Throne. So, what do you guys do? I believe we'll just go in order again. So, Maya.
I don't really have much to do yet, at least not that I can think of right now.
Okie dokie. And I did know that you guys wanted to disseminate your gold and stuff here in the capital city, so
yeah, that happens, and now we're all fucking rich.
You're all loaded now. So, Winter, do you have an idea what you wanted me to do, or you want me to go on to Rem? Because I'm pretty sure he has a good idea what he wants to do.
What? I was talking to my parents, sorry.
Do you have an idea of what you want to do over the course of this next week?
Mostly training, I think. The weight training and such.
Okay.
Kina?
Yes? Oh.
So, are you gonna get... you're gonna go down to the gym, get swole?
Yeah.
Hit on a Minotaur,
Sure.
Yeah, sounds fun. You're taking the T now,
It's big enough.
Yeah. You're a T man now. A T Herm.
Sure.
So yeah, you do that, and you have fun with the personal trainer. It's great. And Voland, you have a bunch of stuff you want to do and start in on over the week, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I got started on this last time I was here, and I'm not doing it all the week before. First off, I would like to see if I can go to the Smith's Guild and try to convince the powers that be to give me those smithing tools I really want if I put a really good down payment on them.
You know what? Your work comes out fairly regularly, and you are an 8th level adventurer, so you have minor celebrity status.
Yay!
Damn straight.
Yeah, what you've done has been circulated around, especially because people have seen you in the company of the Inquisition and one of the Archmages. She's not an Archmage. What is she?
Grand Arcanist.
High Arcanist?
Yeah, and one of the High Arcanists.
I was about to say Grand Wizard, and I was like, wait, no. No.
The Grand Wizard would be part of the Inquisition.
The Grand Wizard, no, the Inquisition and the Mages are a separate thing. It's just that the Inquisition needed Alana's expertise on what that giant thing was, and her expertise was half in licking the orbs to find out what they do.
Yep.
But don't worry. She makes up for it in a lot of other fun ways. She's super smart.
Yay.
Just maybe has wisdom as a dump stat.
As one does.
Yeah. yeah, you can actually get those tools, and they won't even really charge you much in the way of interest. However, they will request some discounts on several items that they want to have commissioned.
I pull out a couple business cards, personally autograph a couple of them, and say, anytime you need to buy something, just hand me this, and I'll make sure it's a discount.
Okay. So yeah, you get fancy smithing tools.
Not just any fancy smithing tools.
What are these motherfuckers? Spent like 12. What was it? They're worth 12,000 gold. They're amazing. That's incredible. Tools of this type always appear to be the highest growth of return, most often Mithra, Dark with Adamantine. Casual user, they've been magically enhanced. In the hands of a craftsman, 6 or more in the selected craft store, their amazing power allows them to create items across much quicker. They may take the raw materials with a value equal to half the price of an object to be crafted and produce a finished object in as little as an hour for an item with a final cost of 2,000 or less. Something more than, they can perform 2,000 GP of work in a single hour once each day. Huh. Interesting.
As I said, not just any tools. The tools.
Only a single check is required to actually make the item, and it's on the last day of crafting, gaining +4. They're fucking sick.
Yep. Just writing down Rem owes the Merchants Guild
3,000 GP.
What's it called? Smith's Guild. You are now owed to a guild, and they're gonna come and
Break any caps.
Get some stuff for you, and maybe do that if you default on payment.
Wait, the Smiths Guild already partially owned me. That bitch that made me walk around in a banana hammock. Yeah, she's the head.
Oh, the smithing banana hammock.
Alright. Well, we're gonna have to wrap up pretty quick here. Normally I'd go for another 15 minutes, but I actually have to make my lunch before I head out to work.
Understandable.
Yeah, I thought I had, I was going to do that beforehand, and I forgot. And I can't go to work without it.
Very true.
So we'll get started on the week of downtime next session. Should pass fairly quickly, and then we'll get going on the well, people are just going to call it the Ball of the Ancients because, well, a lot of ancient people are going to be there.
I already see it. I know what the Ball of the Ancients looks like.
Making something for the Ball of the Ancients. Several somethings.
And yeah, Lirelai, Bodhi's Slamazon sister is going to be there as well.
Ooh.
Yep. So, is there anything anyone would like to bring up before we draw the session to a close?
Thank you as usual for running, of course.
This has been an awesome time.
Yeah, I had a grand old time.
Alright, well, that's it for me.
Alright then. Well, if you're watching the stream or you're watching in the VOD, I of course hope that you have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time. Please, please, please do take care. And watch out for getting Drider Girl's Egnant.
Like and subscribe.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.
And